Question 11 is a graph question, so it's asking us to plot the graph of y equals 3x plus 4. Well, what I find useful is to think of it as the x coordinate there. So what is the first thing we're going to do to the x coordinate? Times it by 3, and then we're going to add 4 to it. So if we take our x coordinate here, which is 0, times it by 3, which gives us 0, and add 4 to it, we get 4. X coordinate is 1, so 1 times 3 is 3, add 4, 7. 2 times 3 is 6, add 4, 10. You're not great with minuses. What you can do is look at a pattern, and it's actually going down by 3's each time. So if you take 3 off that, you'll get minus 2. Equally the other way, minus 2 times 3 is minus 6, add 4 on, gives you minus 2. Then we've got to draw the graph, so minus 2 is there. Then we've got minus 1, 1, 0, 4, 1, 7, 2, 10, and then 3, 13. And then draw ourselves a straight line through the points. Slightly tweak mine, there we go. So a nice straight line through. You can use your ruler a lot easier than I can. So there we go, that's question 11 sorted. Question 12 is in two parts. So 12a. Sarah goes to the gym on her way back to work. The table shows what she wants to do before arriving at work. So drive from home to the gym, exercise at the gym, shower and change, drive from the gym to work. She has to arrive at work at 8:50. What's the latest time she can leave home? So what we're going to do first of all is add up the times. So that'll be 30, 55, 100 minutes, I think. Just double check this. 45, 90, yeah, 100 minutes. Now that's the same as 1 hour and 40 minutes. 60 minutes in an hour. So if she's got to arrive at work at 08:50, if we take 40 minutes off, that'll give us 08:10. Then we take an hour off. There's our answer. 7 o'clock, 10 past 7 is what we're looking for there. Then we've got a graph on the next question. So each Saturday Sarah cycles from her house to the gym. The travel graph shows Sarah's journey to the gym. At what time does she leave home? So this is part B. She leaves home at 20 past 11. So jumping up in 20s here. Quite a tricky one there because it's 3 for each time. How far is the gym from Sarah's house? So the gym is 12, because she's got to it at that point, is 12 kilometres away. And then D, we're given some information. Sarah stays at the gym for 1.5 hours. She then cycles back to her house at 18 kilometres per hour. Complete the travel graph. So, first thing is she stays for 1.5 hours. So if we're going up in jumps of 20, then there's one jump. That's 20 minutes. 40 minutes. That's an hour. That's an hour and 20. There's an hour and 30. Or actually just 10 more minutes then. So that'll be flat to that point. Then she gets home and it takes her 18 kilometres per hour. So if it's 18 kilometres per hour, she only has to travel 12 kilometres. So if she only has to travel 12 kilometres, if we put it as a fraction and cancel it down and divide by 3 there, it's actually only going to take 2/3 of an hour. Now 2/3 of an hour is 40 minutes. So we'll go 40 minutes heading back now, making sure she only takes 40 minutes here. So it'll be 10, 20, 30, 40 minutes. So she'll arrive back at 2:30. Question 13 is an angles question. So we've got the angles in here, and we are looking to work out the size of angle X. You're given that the fact that these are parallel lines, so personally a little hint I always give students is, if you turn the question round so your parallel lines are in front of you, so you'd actually turn the piece of paper physically round, you'll find the question a lot easier to do. So we've got 42 degrees there. We're going to work out the size of angle X. So 42 degrees is also this angle in here, as it's vertically opposite. And we also know if that's 110 degrees in there, then we can work out this angle in here is going to be 70. So 70 degrees will be in there, as if you extended this line up, then that there will be 110. What we then have is a scenario where we're just going to be purely looking. Let's see if I can use this, let's give it a go. Just purely going to be looking at one certain area. So we're now just looking, purely focusing on this area in here. If that was the question in the exam and it just had 70 here and 42 here, that's a straight line. So what we're going to do is we're going to get 180 degrees, as that's how much a straight line is, take off our 70 and take off our 42, and that will be equal to X. So if we take off 70 first, that's 110, and then we're going to take off 42. So take off 40, that gives you 70, take off 2, leaves you with 68 degrees. Question 14, bit of algebra here. So 14a, m plus n plus n plus n plus n plus m is 6m. B, you add your little numbers together, so it's when you times and the indices mean you add them, so it's x to the 12. And factorise means take out the common things running through both. The only thing that's in both bits is a y. So you open a bracket, y times what gives you 3y squared, 3y, and y times what gives you 2y, just a 2, because you've taken a y out side of that bracket. Question 15. Last year Joe spent 30% on rent, 2/5 of his salary on entertainment, and 1/4 of living expenses. So Joe spent 3,000, he saved the rest of his salary, he spent 3,600 on his living expenses. Work out how much money he saved. So we know that 1/4 is 3,600. So what we're going to do then is to get how much he got in total throughout the year, is we're going to times 3,600 by 4, because if it's 1/4 then we get the total amount, and that will give us a solution there. So that's 12,000, that's 14,000 and £400. Now how much he saved, so we've got the 1/4 already sorted there. What would be good now is to work out 30% of his salary, so 10% is 1,440 divided by 10, and we want 3 of them because we want 30%. So he spent 4,320. That's for his rent. He spent 2/5 on entertainment. So to work out 2/5 of a number, divide by 5 and then times it by 2. So divide it by 5 first of all. 5s into 1 go none. 5s into 14 go 2. 5s into 44 go 8. 5s into 40 go 8. And we've got a 0 on the end. And then you've got to remember that you've got to double that answer, because that's 1/5. So double that answer there. That will give you 5,740, no, not 40, 60. And the rest of it is saved. So how much money did he save? So if we add the three values we've got, so 3,600, 5,760, 4,320, add all them, that'll give us 13,680. So what we've now got to do is how much did he save? We're going to then count up from there to our 14,400. So if we add 20 first of all, that'll give us 13,700. Add then 300, that goes to 14,000, and then add another £400 on top of that, 14,400. So if we put these bits together, he saved the total of £720.